Mr. Yankee. I'd like to welcome you to the 5th and 6th grade fall concert. And for the kids on stage right now, what an event. I mean, for every musician on the planet, their very first public performance is a big deal. And I think you'll be impressed with how much they're able to play with only maybe a little less than 2 months. With the instruments in their hands, they can use it. We're going to start with just some unison tunes that we're playing out of the book. We'll start with our most easy, and we'll progress through ones that are a little more advanced. Here at the beginning, we start with only 5 notes. The first song we're going to play, Hot Cross Buns, only uses 3. These tunes are very simple for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're easy to play, they don't move very fast, and most of them are tunes that the kids recognize. It's a lot easier to tell if you're playing it correctly or not if it sounds like Hot Cross Buns, or it sounds like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, a tune that you know. So we will start with Hot Cross Buns, their first public performance. Our 5 basic notes. It's called the embouchure, and you need to train those muscles very carefully, especially for our brass players. But then our next tune, Go Tell Aunt Rhody, has a repeat, so it's twice as long. So we start to build some endurance. Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Started last year. A very important part of our program is that the kids support each other. These are the more advanced students, so they get to kind of a little trip down memory lane. You remember playing these pieces last year? Yes. And then, when the advanced band takes the stage, the beginners will have a seat, and it's kind of like they're looking into a crystal ball. They'll get to see what they're doing 1 year from now, and I think you'll be very impressed. Another reason we do this is to teach good concert etiquette, sitting silently and respectfully for the students that are on stage that have worked so difficult. And I'm hearing a little bit of chatter when we're playing. So, advanced band, we need to work on that a little bit. Okay? Our next tune is called Lightly Row. It's again a little bit longer and has more intervals. Instead of the notes moving in steps, we skip around between our 5 basic notes. Lightly Row. Mozart Melody. In that it's a tune they would not recognize. It's an original melody, so they can't just play it by ear. They actually have to read the music and finger the notes correctly. We're also going to use this as an opportunity to hear each section play. Also a photo op. After each section plays, they will stand and face the audience. So I'll announce which section is going. If you want to get your camera ready, I don't even mind if you come down front. The kids say it embarrasses them, but they really love it. So, march steps, and the whole band will play at once, then we'll go through the sections, let you hear how each section in the band is doing, and also, many people are not aware how many different instruments there are in a band. Kind of like an artist painting with lots of different colors. Makes a very unique sound. March steps. Alto saxophone section. Our double reeds, which is our two oboes and our one bassoon. About this is safety in numbers. That takes a lot of courage, especially right out there on the end. Very good. Next we move on to our brass section. First, our trumpets. French horns. Next, our low brass, they sit all the way in the back. We'll start with our trombones. Next, our lowest brass are euphonium and tubas. Not many beginning bands with 4 tubas, let alone 4 tubas that can actually play. Very impressive. Our euphonium and tuba section. And our percussion section, this first concert, they're just playing mallets, just the bells. And that's really, as far as reading music, the most challenging thing to do. So our percussion section. Now to make sure you go home whistling it, the whole band one last time. I mentioned our percussion section is just